Get Yantev. So, for Sukkot, so was macht Gechu, Wein, Fleisch, the Sukkot, ist eine von der schönsten Jomoteuben. Jede Yantev ist schein, was Sukkot ist etwas, der Wetter klappt,
the leaves are falling,
der Essen klappt, it's everything together. So, und so haben wir getracht, was man kann machen, inspired by Mike from Mike's Bistro, duck.
So many people said that they had flanken already for Yontif. They had already the brisket so many times. They had already the roast beef. They've had everything. They want something that they can bring out to the table and be unique, something different, a little change. Now, this process of making a whole roasted duck, it is a little bit complicated. I'm not gonna lie, we're not gonna hide.
We went back and forth if we should do it, and Mechi is like, it's complicated. By me, you know, as long as Mechi is doing it, there's zero complication, so I kept on pushing. And
but that's the reason why we're making this video, to uncomplicate it.
So I think this is gonna be the video, and there's nothing better than Arambakken in the Sukkah with a ganze duck.
Let's get started.
Apart from that, I love duck, and I've learned that lately, that a whole duck is even better than just a little piece. I love these two grapes, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and it wasn't even complicated. If you look up anywhere, the perfect pairing for duck is Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. That's another reason why I tried convincing you to do the duck.
And I am super excited for these wines, but let me tell you guys, I've had this in the past, and this is one of my favorites. I don't know the name, I just know the label. And I love this label and I love this wine, and I'm excited for that one as well.
So, of course, we cook with wine, and sometimes we even put it in the food.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, wow. See this? See this? It's this in a picture. This is what I'm tasting. I'm tasting grapefruit. I'm tasting such nice, mellow, refreshing flavors. Let's start with what we did yesterday. Right here on this screen, you'll see me at home. I took this duck out. I carved it up a little bit, cleaned up some of the fats. Then I took a paper towel and I patted it dry. I want to get the most moisture out of the duck, out of the fats, not out of the duck, out of the fats. So then when we roast it, it's going to be crispy and delicious. Then what I did was I trussed it. I tied these two legs together. Number one, it's going to hold it together nicely for presentation. Number two, we're going to stuff it with some stuff that's going to hold everything together. It's simple. Watch that video. You'll see it's very simple. We make a knot on one, we pull it together and tie the other one. Then I salted it heavy. I took kosher salt and I seasoned it all over the duck, and I laid it down on a rack, on a rack in the fridge, and I let it sit overnight. What that's gonna do is the salt is gonna draw out the moisture. The more moisture from the fats draws out, the firmer it's gonna get, and then the nicer it's gonna roast in the oven. Now this morning, took it out of the fridge, I wiped it down with a paper towel, and now we're here. So what we're gonna start off by doing is we're gonna take a sharp knife, and we wanna score the skin of the breast. Here's the two breasts, here's the two thighs, and the wings are on the bottom. We wanna score it not going in and not cutting the meat, but literally with a good sharp knife, shout out to Global, we wanna just lightly touch it and then score it, so that's gonna help for the fats to run out nicely. And we're gonna do cross section, lightly, just having the knife without much pressure. You just wanna let the knife do the magic, and there you have it. So now, all the fats, there's a lot of fats over here. We want that to render down and get crispy. All that fats, it's gonna render out nicely, and we're gonna stay with a nice layer. So, let's start seasoning our bird. And we're gonna call it our bird because that's what it is. We're going to go in with a very light drizzle of olive oil because we don't need much fats here because the duck has enough fats, but we do want it as a binder. We want it as a little glue. Because I had this in the fridge uncovered overnight, it did dry out, so we need something that's gonna hold it, and we're gonna go ahead and season it with the Busy Chicken Blend from Pinch, and we're gonna go a nice light dusting. This has so many herbs and so many nice flavors that's gonna pair so nicely with the glaze that we're gonna make for it, and it's gonna crisp up nicely on the skin.
I feel like we can almost eat it now.
We can do duck carpaccio. No, we can't. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna give a little drizzle of olive oil, massage it in. And we're gonna season it up. And we're also gonna add some seasoning inside the cavity. So you wanna get yourself a nice roasting dish with a wire rack. You don't want it sitting directly on the bottom because then when all the fats accumulate, it's gonna be boiling in the fats and it's not gonna be roasting. You want it elevated. So if you don't have this at home, take 2-3 onions, cut them nice and thick, lay it out on the bottom, and make an onion rack.
It's good to have.
You can even serve it with those onions. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be caramelized in duck fat. We're gonna take our duck, we're gonna transfer it to our wire rack. Now, we're gonna stuff the cavity. Look at all these beautiful citruses that we have. We're gonna take some oranges and some lemons. We're gonna stuff the cavity, and then we're gonna put it to roast in the oven. My oven is at 450 already. So when we're ready to cook, it's ready to do the job. So I'm gonna grab me a lemon from here and a nice orange. In no specific order or way. You just wanna roughly chop it up, skin and all. And we're gonna stuff it in there just like that. And this, while it's gonna cook, it's gonna enhance the flavor on the inside. And it's going to be a poof of flavor of orange, of zest, and of citrus.
I'm so excited. I'm having lunch and dinner.
And we're gonna do the same with the lemon. I'll just cut it up into quarters. And we're gonna stuff it right in there. And it's gonna bake really, really nicely together. And there you have it. So I'm not perfect. When we put this in the oven the first time on 450, I want to put this in breast side down. Why? Because on 450 the oven is really hot. Let's take a pause for a second and speak about the duck, right? We have the breasts under here and we have the thighs over here. Technically duck is considered a red meat. Okay? So red meat, you can eat it medium rare. You can eat it medium.
So that's a rule for everybody.
For duck.
No,
for
in general.
In general.
Red meat.
Red meat, you can eat medium rare.
Yeah.
Like steak.
Okay.
Right?
And chicken you can.
Chicken you can't. It's not considered. Now, what happens is that the legs needs more time to cook than the breast because the breast is can get overcooked. That's why there is, when you have a duck dish in a restaurant, they sear the duck breast separately and they cook the legs separately in confit, and then they serve it to you together. But here, that we're cooking it in one part, we want to be careful and remember that the duck breast cooks faster and can overcook versus the legs needs longer time to cook. Mm-hmm. So, why are we putting it up on breast side down, going in first? Because now we're on 450, it's a hot heat. We want to give it a punch. We want to start the rendering of the fats, but we don't want the heat to be directly on the breast. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's why we're gonna flip it now. 20 minutes, 450, breast side down, and then we're gonna make a delicious glaze. Let's put this in the oven. In it goes. So Moishe, now that the duck is doing its job in the oven, we're gonna start working on a beautiful honey, soy, and orange glaze. It's gonna glaze the top of the duck, and we're gonna put it back in the oven afterwards to caramelize. It's gonna give us that dark, umami, rich, flavorful color that we want at the end. And these strong flavors are also gonna penetrate into the duck breast, into the leg. And if we have leftover, we can also drizzle it on the plate. But I wanna really stress that this product over here is a delicious product from Tuscanini. It's their mandarin juice. And we're going to use this as, not as the base of our sauce, but a major flavor enhancer to our sauce. And it's such a pleasure going into the store and finding these cool Tuscanini products. They have this in pomegranate, which we used in a dressing last year at Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, true.
They have it in different flavors, which is, it's so cool to cook with it and to try to experiment. And you guys at home can also now have different versions, not just a drink, but how to implement these products into a delicious glaze, into a delicious dressing. So let's stop talking and let's cook. I got a small frying pan over here, a saucepan. It's on medium heat. We're not looking to go anything crazy. I'm gonna take some honey. I'd say about a half a cup of honey, maybe a little more. We'll have some extra for later. Now what's gonna happen with the honey, it's gonna start boiling and it's gonna start caramelizing like a caramel, all right? Then we're gonna add in, not too much, but we're gonna add in like maybe 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Then we're gonna add in about the same amount of the Tuscanini Mandarin juice, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Let's give it a little mix. And we're gonna let this reduce until it turns into a beautiful, nice glaze. Okay, now to finish that, we're gonna add in, look at that, some fresh orange zest. Duck and fruits, let's say like duck and cherries. Duck and cherries goes very well together. Look at that beautiful orange zest right there. Put that in there. That's going to be such a powerful flavor. We're gonna lower the fire a little bit. We don't want to cook this heavy. Want to cook it down, and it's gonna bubble and it's gonna caramelize. And then we're gonna brush it over the duck, and it's gonna be mamma mia.
There's something about duck, right?
There's something about that.
I feel like that people will put out their extra, give that extra push and try to make it feel.
Now, if you look right here, we'll put up a link to our duck breast that we made.
Where exactly?
Right here.
Okay.
Somewhere here, we're gonna put up a link to our duck breast that we made
Last year.
last year. I think it was duck and Pinot as well.
Yes, I think it was.
And it was with the pomegranate salad, with the arugula
And it was
salad.
also delicious.
And it was insane. So, if you just want to make duck breast, check it out. So, it's been about 10 minutes on a very low heat. And look at that honey and orange and soy sauce and zest. It caramelized into this beautiful caramel, which we are going to glaze our duck with. Talking about duck, it's been 20 minutes on 450. Let's take it out and check it out. Ooh.
Wow.
So, the duck is here. It's starting to render. The fats is gathering on the bottom. Now, by the way, if you're making this at home, save that fats. Put it in the freezer in little containers.
Mashed potatoes?
With mashed potatoes, with roasted potatoes, with some vegetables, or even when you're making a sauce or something for a beef stock. It's really, really delicious. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take our tongs, we're gonna pop it in, and we're just gonna flip it over. Look how much fat's already rendered out from this, and it's gonna continue to render out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give a first glaze. Now, I lowered my oven now to 325. I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna glaze it. And we're gonna glaze it approximately every 20 minutes or so. And it's slowly gonna infuse in the duck and all that beautiful flavor. Let's get it everywhere. All that soy and honey and oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. So we flipped it, we glazed it, we lowered our oven down to 325, And now it goes back in.
But you glazed it only on one side?
Right, we're gonna glaze it later on the other, but the other side really doesn't have anything. The other side is the spine. We're gonna glaze the wings a little bit on the other side later on, but this is our main focus, is the breast and the thighs. So, we're gonna go into a 325 oven. We're gonna do it for an hour. 1 hour. And then I'm gonna set a timer for an hour, and I'm gonna set a timer for every 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna glaze it again. Stay tuned.
How long has it been in there?
25 minutes.
25 minutes, we've done some damage in the middle.
Well, let's go check out our duck and let's go give it another glaze.
Ui, Gewalt.
Oh yeah.
Es schmeckt das so gut.
Oh wow. Look at that. Shh.
Mike, you got paint.
Let me give it some more love. Now, if your sauce thickened up on you, just turn on the flame for 2 minutes. The caramel is gonna loosen up.
Do you ever sing in the kitchen while you cook?
All the time.
Nobody's there? Well, like what?
All the
what
time.
would you sing?
Spanish music.
No, sing, not listen.
Oh, probably opera.
Yeah?
I love opera.
Okay.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
I actually like opera too. My kids make fun of me. Like, Jasse de Stekler?
Helfgott, Jasala,
No, gaba
Benzine Miller.
Jetzt is the middle.
Yeah. And that's it. Let's put it back in the oven. We'll set another timer for 25 minutes. And we got that 1 hour timer. And let's continue going.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long minute. We did a total cook time of 1 hour and 50 minutes. We did 20 minutes on 450 and an hour and a half on 325. Let's check this oven out. Wow. Now,
Mag das zien?
yes. Look at this Moishe. It's golden. It's cooked. And then I like to check by wiggling on the legs to seeing if there's any give. And if there's a nice amount of give, we know we're ready. But you can also put in a thermometer into the thigh over here by the leg of the duck, and you want to reach an internal temperature of 165. Now, we're gonna let it rest for 2 minutes. We're supposed to let it rest for 10 minutes, but Moishe's really hungry. So let it rest, and we'll see you back at the cutting board.
Woo! Okay, time to open the wine. Smecky is super excited
I'm
with it.
excited, bro.
Today is a whole new day. I think it's one of the longer ones, no? That we waited for.
Yes.
So meanwhile that Mechi is putting out the duck to rest,
Ooh, look at all that deliciousness.
we picked the perfect wine for duck. The beginning we had beautiful Chardonnay, and then in middle of the beginning we had more Chardonnay. And now, I'm not sure if you're smiling to the wine or to the duck.
I'm smiling to the duck.
Wow, the duck looks exactly how you would describe me it would look. Like it looks like fallen leaves, right?
Yeah, like
so you
this.
have that dark, it's beautiful.
I'm gonna add in some more of my citrus fruits to fill in the gaps, because now I know what size duck we were working with.
Okay, now we have the wine.
And now we have a wine. Oh, this is what's up.
So, let's go.
So,
Are you ready to try? Should we try the wine?
yes, we should definitely try the wine. In the meantime, while you're pouring, I'm just gonna take off these butcher twine. So we don't need them anymore. Let's
Look
do
at the
this.
color. Look at the color. I'll let you. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Oh,
Does it fit perfectly with all these fruits?
wow. Close your eyes. You're sitting in the sukkah. There's a breeze and some flies. There's the neighbors' song singing out there. They're singing theirs meters. They're singing a different. They're up to a different part. There's a lot of l'chaims in the background, and you bring out this duck and you pop a nice bottle of wine. This is a vibe. This is definitely a vibe.
Okay, let's go.
Let's taste this wine.
Strawberries, cherries.
Definitely getting a lot of those berries. Getting also like, I don't know if it's oak or like a forest. I forgot the name
So
of
it
that.
schmeckt wie Thickens.
It smells like Sikkis. It absolutely does.
Oh, it's beautiful. And by the way, to open this wine and to machen Kiddush the erste nach Thickens, es hat bissl kalt und nicht so heiß. The wine is beautiful. Very excited. Let's go.
But we want to tell people that this dish is not going to be necessarily carved up beautifully. Everybody's going to get a perfect slice. This dish, you could carve it up. We're going to carve it up together a little bit, but you want to bring this out. It's like a showpiece. You want people to be able to nibble off of it and take it. So you have to go in with that mindset that this is not going to be your sliced brisket that everybody's going to get. Now, let's cut into it. So we're going to start. We're going to take off a thigh. What you want to do is, look how beautiful and juicy that is. Break the joint and cut it out. Wow. Crispy, beautiful
How do we do this?
roast leg.
Just stop explaining. Oh, and
Wait, now we're gonna take off the rest. So what you wanna do, there's a bone. You wanna cut down on the side of the bone and then tilt your knife slowly. There you have it. Beautiful, beautiful duck breast.
watch your hand.
Ah, there you go. Cheers.
Wow. As it did with me and Mechi, he imagined exactly how it's going to taste, right? When you explained it to me, the honey and the
citrus, the lemon zest.
it was just so good. It was worth waiting. Now, try it with the wine. Just try it with the wine.
Wow. It's like a match made in heaven. It's like fats in the fire. It was meant to be together.
Yeah. If you would try it with a Cabernet, it will overpower. It just opens up the flavors even more. Woo! So every part tastes different, or?
Yes, because this is the cutlet, the breast, and this is the leg.
Okay.
Cheers. Here, try this.
What's a machine?
It's really good. A lot of labor of love in here. Wow.
I'm ordering 2 for Sikkos. Oh my God.
Well, let me cut it down so we can share. Not gamey, but rich and flavorful, packed with flavor.
Oh, true.
So,
You
Now-
guys,
now
you
that
guys
we
don't
ate-
need a closing because Mechi wanted to plate it, and I'm like, forget about it.
I wanted to slice it nice, drizzle it, put some citrus fruits on there, but Moishe went to town. And this is how your family's gonna go to town if you make
This
this
is
recipe.
so good.
It sounds complicating. It's not. We're gonna post below the exact recipe, follow step by step, and you will have an awesome show-stopping centerpiece for your sickest table. And
I do agree, it's not complicated.
And from our family to yours.
Habalechtig Yamtiv.
Get yantiv, get yantiv.